Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Force with some more Elder Scrolls Online. Today's video will be an announcement and discussion. There's a few things I want to talk with you guys about, some pretty big stuff on the horizon, so let's just jump right into it. If you don't know by now, they're going to be hosting a big beta event this weekend. If you haven't gotten a key yet, there's a multitude of sites just giving them away. They've got thousands of keys to hand out. So yes, there's a beta weekend event, but in conjunction with that, a couple of big things are happening. Number one, we are allowed to start streaming. So my plan as of right now is to begin streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be streaming into the evening for a good chunk of hours. I don't have like an exact stop time, basically probably until I'm exhausted or it's time for dinner. But yes, I will be streaming for a majority of tomorrow afternoon into the evening. And that brings me to the next big thing, which is for those of us who have been in the ongoing test, I'm one of those people, we are no longer restricted. So I can show you end and middle game and what I can show you the game. I can just show you the game. There's no restriction right now. Prior to this point, the NDA was technically lifted, but it was only lifted to the point where we could show what was in the beta weekend event, what was available to most people who were just playing those beta weekends. So I was basically only allowed to show you content up to around level 20 or so. But now that's not the case. I can show you whatever. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. As of the moment, the highest character that I have is a Nightblade. I've sort of been spreading myself thin because of the way the NDA was working for myself. I wanted to show you guys as much as possible, so I was basically leveling up all characters. And this game's it's a long grind. Like, to get to around level 12, takes about 8 hours. Like, even when you're going quick, it's kind of crazy. So I've got a few characters that are at level 12 and above. We've got my Dragon Knight, which I just recently showed you guys, and he's like a fire mage build. It's actually very, very cool. Not a traditional Dragon Knight tank or melee DPS. He's all about doing fire damage. I've got my Templar, who is also a DPS build. He's going down the spear line, and it's like a burst DPS character. It's actually pretty neat. We've got the Sorcerer, which is just a traditional style character, a traditional build with just trying to do damage. All these guys are damage focused because in the ongoing beta I was playing by myself and I didn't want to play a support role because that would just make leveling take forever. And then lastly we have the Nightblade. The Nightblade is my highest end character. Different from the other three. The other three are focused on their class skill lines and they're focused on magicka. My Nightblade is focused on the bow and then dual wielding. So he's got to focus on stamina. He's actually my preferred character at the moment. He is my highest level character and he is the one that I'm leaning towards showing you guys and streaming because I want to get him to end game and I want to show you some of that cool content. So my question for you guys is that what you're interested in? What I'll do is I'm going to hold a straw poll. I'm going to list the 4 classes that I have, which is all 4 of the classes, and along with their coinciding builds, and ask what you would be interested in seeing for a stream. Again, I am sort of preferring to do the Nightblade because he's the highest level and I do enjoy that character a lot. I like playing stealthy rogue type characters. He's also kind of an underdog. A lot of people are saying that the Nightblade is really gimped. I think that he's just a gem that's waiting to be unlocked. I mean, the class could potentially use some work. He's basically the worst in terms of group synergy, but therein lies his strength, is that he's really good at single target DPS. In my personal opinion, no. I haven't been playing this nearly as long as some of the experts who have been playing the ongoing beta for quite some time. But that stuff aside, none of that's important. Frankly, I don't care. The game, I'm sure, still needs plenty of balancing passes. The Nightblade's my highest character. He is what I'm most interested in, but I'm still going to ask you guys what you would like to see during the stream. So go ahead and go to that link below. It's going to be a straw poll vote, and vote for what you're most interested in. I'll be showing you a mix of content, likely PvE and PvP. I really actually haven't had any opportunity to do PvP, so I'm pretty excited to jump into that. The reason is, on the ongoing server, there's not a ton of people, and Cyrodiil's usually pretty empty. It's the beta weekends that they're quite busy, but the ongoing beta, no, it's dead really a lot of the time. So yeah, just let me know what you guys are interested in seeing in terms of the class, and again, all of this translates to me being able to show you. We've got a full lift. I can show you anything about the game now, so that's what I am going to do, and I'm really excited for that. I plan to show dungeon stuff. I plan to talk about builds, talk about the progression, the leveling experience, everything, everything. I've played so much of this game. It's ridiculous. I have played so much of this game. I don't even want to think of how many hours I've sunk in the past couple of weeks. It's well over 60. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's well over 60. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. By the way, you have been seeing a walkthrough of just a gorgeous zone. I love the way this place looks. Honestly, in recent years, this is probably one of my favorite atmospheric areas in an RPG that I can think of. I mean, you know, there's other games like Dark Souls I think ranks up there pretty well in terms of the environment, but I just absolutely love the way this place looks. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the walkthrough. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow, live stream 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After that and into next week and ongoing, I can show you anything, and I will. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, keep watching, and keep owning.
Away. Moon sugar is a spice used in many Khajiit dishes. Calling it cat drugs is inappropriate.
But moon sugar is dangerous. It's used to make skooma, as your people know very well. And therefore, it's if skooma is evil, moon sugar should also be.
Preposterous. That's like saying we should stop growing bulbous hairs because they are used to make hay.